Okay, got to make some room to be able to do some work on this boat. So a bit of a juggling act, so I'm going to have to move a few of these around. I think we're in a good enough position to attack this. I've just swapped them around, put the other one out the front, and this is where this one will stay till it's finished. For those that are wondering where I do my stuff, this is my workshop. I've got machines in here that I bought when I built the house and just set it up. Most of the machines have got an extraction system I put in. It's just using sewage pipe. And I've got a combination saw bench, thicknesser, router, whatever. I only ever use the thicknesser and the saw bench. The rest of it's too complicated for me, and I prefer to keep my fingers. Anyway, this is where it's going to be at. Well, today I had big plans, but anyway, it's pouring rain, freezing cold. So I think I'll just have a bit of a look around, a bit of a plan. And one of the first things I'm going to have to address is this bit of a mess here with all the cabling and the wiring. The depth sounder and GPS and the rear cameras have all been fitted after market, and it's a bit messy. I just don't like all the cables running around, and one of them's even running on the outside of the boat and then in through the window. Just messy, not very professional looking. So we're going to have a look at that. And I've been looking at the seat, and it's just a bit low, even for big people. A friend was over yesterday and he's a big boy, and he even thought it was a bit low. So we'll have a bit more of a look at the seat, see what we can come up with there. We might jack it up a bit, try and make it a bit more trendy. And the other thing we're looking at the minute, and I've got some samples here, is some new flooring. House carpet just doesn't cut it in a boat. So we're just having a look at some vinyl planking, which is obviously easy to keep clean. Water won't affect it. And we'll do the floors and under the tables at some stage. But yeah, so today's wet day program, just nut some of this stuff out and see if we can pick a plank. Another thing I've just looking at as well is just up in these cabinets here. It's an ideal position for a microwave, and it was probably built for a microwave, but there isn't one there. So we'll get a microwave and mount that in. It's got the 240 volt power there for it. So if you're at a caravan park or something like that, you can have your microwave working on 240, and it's got all the safety switches and that here. And with that setup, I believe you could, if you're out on the water somewhere and you wanted some 240 power, you can just plug a little generator in. When I got the boat, there was a bag of curtains come with it, and I couldn't work out what the curtains were at the time, and I don't even think the owners knew. They just said, here's some spare curtains. So it's obvious I didn't use the boat very often, but anyway, just mucking around here, I've just discovered that just here there's some Velcro, and it goes right round, and there's some little Velcros down there and all over the top over here. Up here is all Velcro right across. So those, I'm presuming, I haven't got them out, but I'm presuming that all those curtains are going to be privacy curtains for this front section of the helm. If you've got somebody sleeping here, then at least keeps the light out. Up here we've got a TV aerial and the 12 volt plug for the TV, and there's also a 240 over in the corner there. So the plan will be to mount a TV up there with all the modern technologies, which I'm not up with. I'm absolutely useless. Lucky to send an email, but apparently you need smart TV, and then for some people you can put on your satellite minis, Starlink minis, those sorts of things, and you don't really need an area. You can just Wi-Fi it off your phone or something like that anyway. So that'll be a plan. We've got a rack up here that's carrying some life jackets, and that rack's just aluminium. We're going to take that down and get that all powder coated. Probably just go a metallic silver, it'll look a lot better. I've got that in my other boat and it looks really good. So we'll do that, and that'll just make it look a bit cleaner and tidier. And we'll find a storage spot for all of those jackets. Alright, well today is officially day one of transition and makeover. Pimp this bloody houseboat. And today I'm looking at the floor coverings, because it's just got house carpet in it, which just doesn't cut it in a boat. At the very least it should have it be marine carpet, but again, getting in and out of a boat and it's all sandy and your wet feet, and in our situation, in our boat, we've got a dog, so we went for an industrial grade vinyl. But with this one here, we're going to do some wood planking, and we've been having a bit of a debate about the colours of the planking. And originally I really liked the dark one here. It's probably a bit hard to see there with the light, but I like the dark one because it sort of pops the grain a bit. And the boss liked the lighter one, which I don't mind, but I just didn't think it popped. But now that we've laid them out like that and got some more pieces, it actually looks better, the lighter one, so she wins. So today I'm going to take these back to the carpet place and buy a couple of boxes of them, get ready to go. I'm doing a black and white theme on this boat, and the blue Bimini, even though it is brand spanking new, it doesn't look right. So I want to take this down, take it to a canvas maker and see if he can knock me up a black top. Hopefully he won't charge me too much, but I'm probably dreaming. Seat's too low, it's awkward even for big people. I've had it tested, a couple of mates come around and they said it was a bit low for them. So I've been sniffing around looking for a bit of stuff to jack the seat up to test it. And the best I can come up with is blocks of peat moss from the boss's garden. Still feels a bit low. I bought this over, it's my hole saw box. Notice the nice curve on the back there, it takes the shape of the seat. Beautiful. I need to get done a bit better though. That feels really good. Really good. So that's what we need. Alright, so we need to measure this up and then come up with a base. We'll take the seat off here. I'll make up a new aluminium base that'll bolt to the frame and mount the seat. Just measuring up to work out a base, and I'm going to make it so hard that I can't bolt the thing down. This is what we're going to come up with. This will probably be done in 3mm aluminium. 3mm folded aluminium. Whoops. And we're just going to do a flange on the bottom. 4 bolts straight through the existing top, and then 4 bolts to top the seat on. Seat will swivel, all good. Powder coated white, very cool. Just bought myself a couple of new seats. Front seat on the boat is too low, looks like crap. So I bought these seats, it's just going to pop the front a bit, but I need to check the heights because I think the seat itself needs to come up by 50 to 60 mils, but I've got these seats swivel. So I'm going to take them out of the box and just check on the swivel base and see what that comes up to, and then maybe get some blocks of wood or something sitting under the seat and just try and work out a height to make up a new bracket. Looks a damn sight better than the old one that's in there now. Okay, so we can get the seats up, the base on. No over tightening. So this is a swivel base. So that'll be cool. So just checking off the base. 30 mils. So whatever we do, whatever we come up with, it's less 30 mils. I want to get rid of these cables all across here. It's just, it just looks stupid. Doesn't work. Doesn't really achieve anything, and very messy. So I'm just thinking I'm going to put a chain, some gal chain across there, which should work by the time I put the hooks on. Got a couple of stainless steel carabiner hooks, and I'm going to cover that with some plastic or some rubber tubing or something like that, and hopefully to keep it out of the way from flapping, the other hook will hook onto the bottom there, and that should be alright. I'm going to take all these D shackles out and get those welded up. I don't know if this will clip into there or not, but it'll give us an idea anyway. Take a couple of links out of that, and that'll be pretty good. Yeah, I'm just sniffing around looking for a bit of rubber tubing to go over my chain and over my cables and see what we can find. Hopefully there'll be something here. There's a big array, but we'll see what works. Okay, so as I said earlier, we're going to get rid of all of these ridiculous cables. Just doesn't make sense. Just going to tidy it up, put a chain across there, leave a couple of these hooks here so that when the chain's not in use it can hook on and be out of the way. So the next thing we're going to do is that onto there, that onto there. I would say we could do 2 links off that. Here's a hook I've prepared earlier. Oh, hang on, better cut this first. Better go get the pipe cutters. Got the pipe cutters or the irrigation cutters. That should be about right. Doesn't always work that way. Anyway. See what we can do here. Bloody hell, it's killing me hand. It's going with very slowly. Oh, bloody hell, that was hard work. I'm still a little bit long on the plastic just to get me carabiner through. One job done. Just test it. The idea is that when you're travelling, that'll hook onto there and be out of the way. Or you could even do it that way. Just be out of the way. And you can do that either side by just changing the clips. Anyway. Not a bad day today, wind's out, not too bad. Hopefully it won't interfere with my heat gun today. We're going to try and get all these stickers off, ready to cut and polish so we can get the new graphics on. So it's going to take a couple of hours, I suppose. I'm going to start off with the easy ones, see how that goes. Too bad. Once you get started, gotta watch burning your fingers, even on low. I've got the gift of the gab now. I'm all over it. Not much fun, low heat gun and not too close. So I would think a nice summer's day you'd just peel them off. Anyway, keep going. One down, one to go. It's interesting that in Victoria we got rid of these, unless you've got a boat, and then you get your registration for the boat and they send you a sticker. Seems a bit weird when you don't have them for cars. Why would you have them for boats? Well, I've got all the stickers off. Give it a bit of a clean down with some Prepsol, and I think it looks pretty good. Good canvas for some new graphics. I think it looks better already, even without those stickers on. Now all I've got to do is suck in my brother-in-law to come and cut and polish it before we put the new graphics on. Happy days. On some of my reconnaissance of what I'm going to do, I've discovered that this locker here is a bit awkward to open.